two versus each other. And it looks like we're off.
Yep.
Okay, both the top runners starting in a different place. Not really picking up anything of importance. I guess eLmaGus is happy about those bombs.
Yep. Lolly bombs. Good. Very good.
Very good indeed. We got a quick map check from Gem. I saw two pendants at Desert and Eastern. I think red and blue. And apparently Tower of Hera was one of our 5 or 6 crystals.
Ooh.
Oh man, that's a really good tree pull.
Yeah. I wish I grabbed all the crops mobs.
All the way.
I wish I had that in seeds.
Mm-hmm. Alright, it looks like both of our bottom runners deciding to go the early Uncle route. They're gonna find, at least Kevin Cabarello is gonna find a whole lot of bombs. It looks like Dragonmaster already has a full set of 10 bombs. Okay, Fiesel just syncing up the streams here, so no worries. I think at least. Unless we lost Gem.
Yeah, probably syncing up the streams.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and what the... How do they have a Titansmith already? Or was that the Power Glove? It looked like a Titansmith to me.
I didn't saw them picking up Power Glove. Or...
Yeah, me neither. That's weird. Okay, we'll probably find out at some point. There was also a Fire Rod in the little Thief's hideout.
It looks golden.
Does look golden to me, yeah, maybe it's just a restream.
Well, anyway, something to lift rocks.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's Power Gloves or Titans. They can lift rocks.
Oh yeah, I guess it could be because of the sprite that they're using, but it looked yellow or gold on eLmaGus' stream too. Anyway, they found a hookshot here in Blind's Hut, which is also a good start. Hookshot and lift upgrade.
Yeah. And the lamp.
And the lamb.
That opens up a lot of stuff.
Yep, no more dark rooms for these guys. eLmaGus only found a blue boomerang in the back of Escape, so not really worth checking. Alright, it looks like all of our runners just deciding to do the Kakariko routes now. They'll all be picking up their respective items.
Ooh, a sword. In the well.
Okay, a sword. So, if they find a cape now, I'm worried for them.
No chicken clip?
No chicken clip from Gem, yeah. Doesn't want a soft lock, probably. Alright, Gem is going to be the first one to finish up his route here in Kakariko. Both our bottom runners currently checking out the well. And eLmaGus, checking out what the bottle vendor has to sell. It is a piece of heart, or a heart container rather, so not the worst that early in the game.
What was that in the library?
I think that was a plus 10 bomb upgrade.
No chicken tip from dragonmaster? Ooh!
There we
That's
go.
good.
Chicken disappears in the wall. Alright, Jem decides not to check the price first and just immediately went to the race game, then saw there was a piece of heart and didn't bother picking that up. Now Jem is gonna check the back of his cape, is gonna pick up his blue boomerang and find nothing else really. Though I don't remember, did they find the small key? Because with the small lamp you could go backwards now if you wanted to.
We find out no. Nope, they didn't find a key there.
Nope, no key. Alright, I think I'm gonna expect most of our runners to check the dam now and the mini Moldorm cave. Looks like the bottom two runners are at least. Looks like Jem deciding that finishing up escape first is more important. Oh, has he not checked Uncle yet? I thought he already did that.
Heart container.
Yeah, I mean, not the progression item that they're looking for, but as I was saying, this early on, a heart container is not something you'll be unhappy about. Bomb upgrades. Okay, so three of our runners deciding Mini Moldorm Cave is the play to make, while Jem deciding, okay, I want to finish up the whole escape thing first. Gonna make his way down to Zelda cell, and then maybe Death Warp back up and check that last chest back there.
Mini Moldorm cave has nothing from importance.
No, that's really boring. I guess I got 300 rupees, which is okay for Zora money if you're worried, but without the flippers, or at least the Moon Pearl, they probably don't want to go up there. Looks like eLmaGus is making the play for Death Mountain. With the lamp and the lift upgrade, he can at least check the first couple of spots. And he can get to the east side with the hookshot. Ice Rock Cave only is 20 rupees, so nothing missed over there. It looks like Jem is setting up for the Death Warp, so he definitely wants to finish up the whole escape sequence in one go. Oh, Mav. How boring.
Ooh.
Oh, that's almost vanilla, right?
Yeah?
Kind of.
A bit.
It's at least in the same area, I guess.
Yep.
Okay, we're getting our first Sahasra loss check from Dragon Master. That guy's rich.
Let's see what's the last item in escape. Ooh, Quake.
Okay, that could be important. It's the first medallion that we're seeing. And with 2 pendant dungeons in Light World, it's a good chance that they need a medallion at least for one of the 2.
And it looked like eLmaGus picked up the inferior boomerang. The red one.
Oh, I agree with that 100%. The blue one is much better. I know that Epibliticus likes the red one better because of the range.
Ooh, the flute in the first chest in Eastern Palace.
Oh man, that's a really good find. I was kind of convinced that Death Mountain is gonna be the right play. And I mean, with the Moon Pearl, it's definitely not a wrong play, but the flute, that really helps with the overworld movement. Alright, eLmaGus is checking the Spiral Cave. I think that's the last thing he can check here right now.
No, he didn't check the Spectacle Rock before.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Of course you didn't. Okay, so there's a little more stuff left that he could check if he wants to. We see Gem going up there first. Apparently, checking Spectacle Rock in the cave. Yeah, that's nothing.
We found our first bottle in Eastern.
Yep, had a fairy in it, which is always nice.
It seems like he's instantly going to Sick Kit and then maybe Death Mountain.
It looks like maybe he wants to check the back of Escape first, and then he's probably gonna activate his flute and check Sikid, yeah.
eLmaGus is probably checking the map real quick. Yep.
Okay, so Crystal 5 Skull Woods, but I missed out on the pendant.
The pendant was Swamp and I believe it was red.
Yeah, it was one of the 2 non-important pendants. Unless, of course, we have the much wished for pedestal seed here today. Okay, Floating Island only has a piece of heart. That's not going to be important. And it looks like eLmaGus is now making this play to Sahasrara and then probably into Eastern to get his flute and his first bottle. Dragonmaster gonna be the first one with the Swag Duck theme. Or anthem, whatever you want to call it.
I'm interested if he gonna see a Jesus walk from one of the players into the waterfall and then to Sora King.
Yeah, with all the money that they have now and 3 items that you can check off, it wouldn't surprise me. They haven't really gotten anything else to like open up the world for them. They didn't get the hammer or the Titansmiths. They don't have a bow. We'll have to see. I mean, they still can't really get to Aga 1. Okay. eLmaGus just picking up his flute, gonna make his way through the rest of EP as far as he can, picking up all the items that he can get, which means he's gonna get his bottle. Kevin Cabarello placing a bomb on Sahasrara. Jim is apparently just finishing up the dam and everything here that he hasn't done yet. He's not gonna really find much of worth.
Ooh, you're gonna see a Egina shack.
Oh yeah, I like that. I don't think anyone has been there before.
Probably gonna have something like flippers.
Oh man.
Just to force the players to go to Sora King.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily be horrible because at least they could check the whole Zora area and don't have to leave the... Oh, a book.
Ooh, convenient place. Instantly shack is the Desert Palace.
Yeah, Desert is the green pendant, so... If it's not boots locked, I could probably finish it up.
Yep. Oh, I didn't like that item. On the ledge. Cape.
Uh-oh. That, yeah. We'll have to see, unless they find something really good here in Desert that is not locked behind the boots. It's probably gonna be an Agatar climb, I think.
Let's see if you're bootlocked. Yes, you are.
Oh man.
So, gonna be the early Aghanim from Gem.
I'm trying to think what else he has left to check. I mean, he can do Eastern before he does Aghanim, which he probably will, which will get him the flute. But
Hey,
other than that...
There's our fake flippers from eLmaGus.
Yep,
Instantly heading to Sora.
He's instantly going to Zora. Yeah, I like this play. I mean, he has the money for sure, and there's 2 items in here. He just has to remember that whatever he gets from all of this is a sequence break. Except for the Zora item, I guess.
Oh.
Oh no. Okay, that's pointing to Aga1 even more.
Yep.
Alright, now eLmaGus just needs to be a little bit careful here, because if he gets hit, it will reset the water walking glitch, and if he's in deep water without the flippers, he might softlock himself. We saw someone save themselves with a bomb a while ago. I sadly don't remember who it was. Someone clipped it.
Is that the hammer?
I think that was the hammer, yeah.
Oh!
Oh
Right.
man.
Well, screw Aghanim.
Yep, no Aghanim for us. Oh man, I hope Gem does that before he decides to do Aga1 now. But I think with how much he has left to check with Eastern Palace and Sahasrara's hut and everything, he'll probably put off Aga1 as long as he can. Looks like Kevin Cabarello is also fake flippering. He checked the Hylia Island, which was only a red rupee, so eLmaGus didn't really miss a whole lot. Oh, okay, eLmaGus is gonna go buy bombs. I was wondering why he opened up the hype cave and then left, but of course you need another bomb to get to the back of it.
Yeah, that sometimes can happen.
And Kevin Cabarello gets hit with the same refill that eLmaGus had in the Waterfall of Wishing, and didn't really know what to do for a second. Okay, Hype Cave was super unhype. We see Gem deciding to check the hobo before going up to the Zora area, so maybe he'll find something else important here, but he really needs to get up to Zora.
Interesting. eLmaGus is heading to Hera.
I mean, it's a crystal, he can beat it. He has a fire source for the basement if it should be required. It's not a bad play, I guess. Looks like Kevin Cabarello is having the same idea down in our race below. Jam is making his way up to the Zora area if he can hit the warp. There we go.
Ooh! The Mirror in Hera!
Oh wow, that's crazy. So definitely the right play from eLmaGus here, and also from Kevin Cabarello. And yeah, as one of our trackers, Dude is pointing out, the mirror and the pearl were swapped today for some reason. Alright, now Gem has picked up his hammer, which is going to lead him away from Eastern Palace, which might make it so it takes him a while to get his flute finally. And maybe also his first bottle. I don't think we've seen any other bottles so far.
No, we haven't.
Alright, getting a hammer troll dorm fight here. Let's be a little bit careful.
But he got it.
Yeah, nicely done. Gets a compass for his troubles. Okay, we got our first crystal in this race at 23 minutes and 40 seconds.
There's an item in the basement.
Hooray! So I know you've told me before, but now that I actually have you here in commentary, I feel like it's my duty to ask you what you usually do when you're waiting on those crystal switches down in the Hera basement.
Be right back, toilet break. Oh wait, I'm not racing. optimal time to do stuff.
Yeah, it's good. I never timed it out. Do you know how long it is? Is it like 45 seconds maybe?
Long enough.
Yeah, long enough. Apparently, long enough. Alright, let's see what this item is. It's a heart container, okay.
Let's. Oh wait, he hasn't the book.
Yeah, he can't check the tablet here. Alright, both our top racers deciding to take the Dark World Warp here above the village of Outcasts, or to the village of Outcasts. They might check into the Skull Woods if they want to. They do have the fire rod, so they can basically check everything and finish it up.
eLmaGus heading there.
Yeah, and this is also the crystal that would open up the Pyramid Ferry for them, so you might want to do that early on.
Version 26. Always check Skullwoods.
Yep, it's never a bad idea.
See? I don't know. Dragonmaster now getting his hammer.
Yep, finally picking up his hammer. Jem just going through Village of Outcasts, is gonna dip into Thieves Town with the hammer. He can finish everything, so it's usually a safe bet to go in here.
Very nice bomb jump.
Yep, first try.
Ooh, Jem found something very important. A beer in a bottle.
Oh, the favorite contents of her bottles. Alright. What else is happening here? Oh, are we getting a pedestal check from Dragonmaster? He's... Yeah. Hey, we're getting... Okay, guys, get hype to see if we're actually getting a rupee horde. Okay, nobody's gonna want that.
No pedestal required. Hype!
Oh, eLmaGus is getting bullied here by all the Gibdos, but he makes it out. And makes it through the door. Alright, muscular fight. Oh man, getting out the hammer immediately. eLmaGus, not messing around. Okay, besides fire up might be a little bit easier. Ooh, nice.
Also, very quick fight.
Yeah, that was really quick. Very nicely done. Alright. Meanwhile, Dragonmaster also making his way through Skull Woods, while Kevin and Jem both making their way through Thieves Town. eLmaGus is still looking for that last item.
Let's see what it is.
Very exciting.
Hmm. Let's see what's in the big chest. More rupees.
And this seed has been really generous with the rupees so far.
Yeah.
Alright, Jem starting his blind fight. While eLmaGus now theoretically has access to the Pyramid Fairy if he wants to check it. Can combine it with the Pyramid check itself. Probably not the worst idea. Obviously he's gonna get through all of Village of Outcasts here first, get the easily accessible chests. Alright, where will they go now? More hearts and more rupees, that's all they've been finding for really.
Seems like Magus is checking Bumper Cave.
Yeah, good information to have. He hasn't checked Desert yet, so obviously he doesn't have the cape.
Whoa, well, but Jem has. So he already got the Titansmiths now.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Oh man, that's really good for Jem. At least it's not so great for eLmaGus, obviously, who hasn't checked Desert yet and probably has no idea where Cape could be. It's at least still good information to have, because now he knows as soon as he sees that cape on the desert ledge, he knows exactly where he needs to go.
Yeah, but when is he going to head there?
Yeah, hopefully not too late.
Yeah, for his sake. I'm wondering where he's going now. Back to T-Stone, it seems like.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but we'll see. Oh, is he gonna do...
Oh, checking that.
Okay, yeah, sure. That's not the worst idea.
By the
I
way,
was-
yes?
Nothing. I was wondering what he was gonna do, but obviously this is what he
Okay.
wants to do.
I was wondering how we should pronounce him. eLmaGus or like some Germans, eLmaGus.
Oh man, what's happening there? Oh no, he's free to be. Okay, I don't think Digging Game had anything super important. I just know that it took them a lot of digs to get through here.
Hmm.
Yeah, just a piece of heart.
The Titans were at the Bumper Cave.
Yeah, Titans were at Bumper Cave, and Mirror was in Tower of Hera. And right now, eLmaGus seems to be checking overworld spots, which hopefully will lead him down to the desert area. On Gem, another one with no problems or qualms about using hammer on Mothula. Very nice fight.
Dragonmaster also has the advantage that he already checked desert and found the cave.
Oh yeah, accidentally falls down the hole though. Not quite there yet. But at least he knows he's on the right way. Kevin cutting it a little short with the magic here, barely gets into this. He's gonna have to pull out a good hammer or Mothula fight, or try, I guess, the fighter sword.
We're gonna see the double-chested fairy soonish.
Yeah, it looks like eLmaGus is cashing in his Tower of Hera advantage that he has with the crystal number 5, I think it was, or 6 maybe.
Ooh! Master Sword.
Ah, that's a good find.
That could lead him to the Bombus tablet and that to the Desert Ledge. Maybe.
Yeah, he needs to find the book first.
Oh
man,
my.
that was...
Also in the desert area. Damn it.
That was also a terrible double-chested fairy. Oh, and Gem is now going into Tower of Hera, so he'll be picking up his mirror. He can check the ether tablet after he is done here, if he wants to, but he can't get it yet.
Ooh,
Oh
another
man,
stock.
eLmaGus is picking up all the sword upgrades here.
Seems like he's doing T-Stun now.
Yeah, I think that's a good choice.
And very beautiful bomb jump from Gem.
Yep, got over there, no problem at all. Kevin Cabarello gonna be disappointed with this hype cave unless he was wanting some more money and maybe another heart or two. Alright, Gem find a fighting troll door now. Oh, it sucks when he's stuck behind that hole. There we go. Kevin Cabarello is now also checking the Fat Fairy on the pyramid. As we already saw, he's gonna get, I think, 2 red rupees from it. eLmaGus making his way through Thief Town, as we were saying. He's not really gonna find anything valuable in here, but it's another crystal, so why not just finish it up?
Yep.
Jen taking his little break down in the Hera basement room before finding his heart container. And Kevin picking up his Master Sword. Looks like he's also going to Quakefish, so he's going to be having Tempered here in just a minute.
I'm not checking the Eva tablet.
Oh, apparently not. That's a bit of a bummer, but maybe he wants to do it when he has a Master Sword or higher.
Yeah, but already checking it is... You don't need to come back if something useless.
Yeah, that's very true. I guess he wants to check what Trail Rock is, and maybe then he'll mirror back. Oh, and it's Quake. Okay, very nice. You can open it up. Meanwhile, Kevin on the bottom race picking up his Tempered Sword, while Dragon Master is starting his blind fight, which will put him on 2 crystals. It's kind of funny how it's playing out. You were mentioning this earlier. Both our left side runners have Titan's Mids and Cape, while both our right side runners have Tempered Sword and no Titan's Mids and no Cape, because they haven't checked the desert area yet. They also don't have the books, so even though they could get the items from the tablets if they wanted to, they can't read them.
Nothing important was in the hover cave, I mean hookshot cave.
The hover cave. Is that what you're doing there? Alright, Gem is checking the dark side of East F Mountain. That's, yeah, that's not bad. We already saw Hookshot Cave, as you said. or hover cave, whatever you want. And it looks like he does want to mirror back for that ether tablet. He's decided to make it a little harder on himself by going through these Lionels, but not too bad with 15 hearts already.
And blue mail.
Oh yeah, and blue mail, of course.
And he's going to check it. Good.
Yeah, very good. As you said, you don't want to come back here, and then it turns out it's just pocket change. Alright, eLmaGus finishing up his blind fight. Didn't really find anything in Thieves Town, as we said, just getting his crystal out of here, which puts him on the same crystal count as Gem. He just really needs to get over to the desert area sooner rather than later. Gem using another advantage of having the cape by checking Spike Cave. Oh my god. Oh, and the flippers, jeez! Okay, so that desert area is really important.
Flippers.
Alright, so now we can officially check stuff that they've already sequence broken. We can get into Ice Palace, at least Gem can. We can check, we can get into Swamp Palace. If we want to. It's another pendant dungeon, but the pendant dungeons have been pretty good to us already. Gem buying the single heart from the shop, sure, why not?
Ooh, there it is. He sees the cape, but he can't get to it right now. But after checking Agonar, he can.
Yes, very good. So eLmaGus is on the right way, and kevincabarello will be picking up his Quake, which opens up Turtle Rock, as we saw, so he's also definitely making the right choices here. Gem deciding to go into Ice Palace first. He does have the hammer, he has the fire rod. He's still on Fighter Sword, which is a bit annoying. Especially without half magic. If you do end up fighting Cold Stare, with just the fire rod and no half magic and no green goo or anything, I guess you can hammer him. And we've seen these guys do some seriously amazing hammer fights already. Okay, eLmaGus.
kevincabarello is checking POD.
Okay, that's an interesting choice. He might be immediately ball locked, or he might find something super amazing.
Or he isn't ball locked and find nothing.
Yeah, that's also a possibility, that's true. Dragonmaster, meanwhile, is taking the Froggy for a world tour. He has not checked Terra yet, so he can't mirror quickly. He's gonna check Quakefish and pick up his Tempered Sword, so both our bottom runners are gonna be on Tempered Sword. Alright, let's see here. It's the big key, that's a ball lock. Okay, so far Gem not really having any luck in Ice Palace concerning items. Very nice bomb jump. Meanwhile, eLmaGus making sure that the rupee hoard is really on the pedestal, not needed for anything.
It always feels good when pedestal is not required.
Yeah, definitely. Though at this rate, I wouldn't be surprised if the seed makes them dip into all the pendant dungeons anyways. Okay, now Kevin Cabarello is picking up his book, which will probably lead him into desert, or at least to the Cape. Gives another old man a bomb. Okay, Gem, what can you pull out of here? Compass, okay. Yeah, Ice Palace not really paying out so far.
But they haven't much options left. I believe it's Ice Palace or Maya area who needs to have something.
I guess you could go into Swamp.
Oh, also Swamp. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pendant dungeon, so
Yeah,
they probably would like to forget about it.
I always forget that pendant dungeon exists, so.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone feels like that. Alright, eLmaGus picking up his Titan Smiths. He's going to be happy about that. That opens up a whole lot more stuff for him. He's probably immediately going to check the Mire area, if I had to guess.
Yes.
There we go. Still doesn't have a medallion. The only thing we've seen so far is Quake, which is in the Dark Sewers chest. I think that was also Quake for Mire.
Looked like bombers for me.
Oh, okay. I couldn't really tell, to be honest. I just saw. And it looked like our tracker. Yeah, I guess you're right. And there is Bombos for Gem. He's going to be happy to find that, not only because that'll make the cold stare fight a little more manageable, but also because he'll eventually need it to open up Mire.
He is in really great shape at the moment. Ooh! Look at this. It's the D. I'm kinda interested though what POD gonna have items. Let's hope boots. Because having boots is always fun. Oh, I just noticed that Gem hasn't found flute yet. And I bet he's probably checking Swarm Palace before Eastern Palace. It seems like that Jam is now heading to the... Now he's going to do the blacksmith, then picking up purple chests and then going down there.
eLmaGus in the meantime is making his way deeper and deeper into pod. As always, pretty key loaded.
Yep.
Dragonmaster getting down Trolldawn, no problem at all with the tempered sword. It's 2 spins, or I think even just 1 spin and 1 slash maybe.
Yep.
Okay, Dragonmaster picking up his 3rd crystal. eLmaGus has found, I think, nothing but keys so far.
And bombs.
Oh, and bombs, okay. Very important. Now he's slowly getting to the juicy parts of the dungeon where usually all the items are hiding.
Now we're gonna see a bomb jump, or not. Never mind, I said nothing.
Just opening up stuff. And kevincabarello finally making his way over to the desert area. Sees that there's a cape here to get. Man, and eLmaGus still finding keys. What is happening? Alright, here is a map. Not what he was looking for at all. At least he does have the mirror, so after checking the big chest he can get back to the entrance quickly and just make his way straight to the Helmsar King. Oh man.
Seems like POD really had nothing.
Yeah, I'm amazed with how crappy all the items have been in here.
Wow.
What a troll dungeon.
Let's see what's gonna have, what is in a lunchbox, so. What is Jam doing?
Oh, he wanted to check the tablet, but then he couldn't decide what he wanted to do first. Aww, his wife packed him a little bit of love.
Oh, lovely. And the Bombos tablet has...
Oh, it's the silvers.
Wow.
And as Chad is pointing out, we've got 17 hearts for Dragonmaster already. This seed has really been generous with the hearts for all of our runners here.
Yeah.
And sadly, or maybe luckily for him, we'll see, what you were predicting is coming true, so Chem is checking out Swamp Palace before going back to the eastern area. Well, eLmaGus is making his way to that Helmasaur fight. Let's see if there's an item left. I admittedly haven't been counting with how crappy they were.
I hope it's kind of Samaria.
You're a terrible person, but why not? At least it's a crystal dungeon.
What?
Isn't it?
Yes. But why am I a horrible person?
Oh man, it's just more rupees, of course. I don't know, I think if the dungeon hasn't given you anything at all, just hiding a super important item at the boss at the very end is kind of a mean thing. Maybe maybe not.
Okay. Let's see where eLmaGus will go now. Seems finishing up Dark Death Mountain, so.
Yeah, can't blame him. There's a whole bunch of stuff left over here that he can check, and it's a lot of items. Usually, we already know it's not very good items, but it's not something you want to leave behind.
So, either Swamp has something or Maya. Since they already can go into Maya. Well, Jem can. Well, he can't, because he hasn't the flute.
So basically nobody can.
Nobody can at the moment!
Looks like Jam is deciding to do the back part of Swamp first and then go back in for the big chest possibly and the left side. Meanwhile, Kevin Cabarello is checking out the mire area. He will find out that he will need bombos, and he'll hopefully also check Checkerboard Cave for his bow.
Yep, let's hope so. Let's see. Red Groupie and Compass.
Oh, there's the cane.
Yep. eLmaGus needs to find the slippers. And it seems like he's going there good.
Yeah, very good. He's probably checking the tablet first, and then he hopefully remembers to do the spike cave immediately. Alright, Fighter Sword Argus. Not a fun fight at all.
Yeah, it's 2 spins or... well, 1 spin if you hit him like that. Or Hammer Strike.
Yeah, thankfully with the Fighter Sword, your spins double hit. And you kill the puffs immediately most of the time.
Yep.
But it's still just very annoying. Alright, eLmaGus on his right way. Gonna grab his flippers here in a second. Which will hopefully send him on the right way. He might check Hobo first. I don't think... no, wait, he might have checked it already.
I believe he did.
Alright, Gem finishing up Swamp Palace. Gets half magic. That's another good find.
It seems like that eLmaGus is heading to Swamp immediately. Never mind.
Is he gonna finish up Eastern?
No, he hasn't done Bobo, it seems like.
Yeah, he wants to check like Hylia Island and the Hobo.
Or Hylia Island and then Ice Palace. Well, it isn't bad thing, then he will find Bombos and Ice Palace is also crystal.
Yeah, good decision. And he can open up Mire after he gets done with this. Or should they all kind of wish after they do Swamp Palace that they had done Swamp Palace before Ice for the half magic, but you know, hindsight. Oh yeah, and it also seems that Gem decided to skip the left side of Swamp. I think there was one item left at least.
Very interesting play.
Yeah, I mean, he got the Cane of Samari on half magic, so maybe he thinks the other item that might still be left in there is crap. But we will see if it comes back to haunt him.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. He also still needs that flute, and is finally gonna pick up a Master Sword.
I already can see it. Left side Swamp, it's boots. Because of the boots, you need to finish Desert. The Queen Pendant gives you the Ice Rod.
Oh god.
That would be amazing.
It could happen. Oh no, is Gem going to Eastern or Pod Razor? Oh, at least he'll be Bollocked really fast, so...
Oh, never mind. We go back to the boots, to Desert, to the Hashlar giving you the mushroom giving you the shovel, and shovel the Ice Rod.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Can we extend that line? Let's see. No.
Oh, that's an interesting choice here from Dragonmaster to open up this right door before Cold Stare. He wanted some more magic, so it's understandable, but... Has he checked everything else in here? He must have, right? Okay, so Gem is going to be super bow-locked in just a second, and then hopefully he mirrors back and decides to check out Eastern for his flute. And he's probably not going to feel too great about finding flute in Eastern really quickly.
Hey, someone is saying we should commentate in German.
Sure, we can do that. I'm not sure how mad Fiesel and all the administrators would be, like, immediately, but we could try that.
Yeah. I mean, it's not our problem, they can't verstehen uns.
Oh, that's the meanest, when you just throw in random words like that.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it again. Don't worry.
Looks like the Germans are taking over chat anyway. Alright, and we did get Gem and his flute together finally.
Yep.
You know, Dragon Master grabbing his silver arrow is going to be happy about that find.
Hey, that remembers me. eLmaGus and Gem throw some words in the SR race we shouldn't say. Like, Bratwurst and sauerkraut. So I did them.
Did they? I didn't read that.
I read that. So we should stop that now.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, eLmaGus, what are you doing? He does have a fairy still, right? Yes, he does. Phew. And he still needs to be careful. He's getting sniped by those ice blocks, and these puffs have it out for him. Gem just now activating his flute, and kevincabarello finishing up his Helmasaur King fight with the super unexciting pod that we had. Just a bunch of rupees, arrows. Alright, eLmaGus gets his cold stare down, and Gem is probably immediately going to flute to the mire area, where he will hopefully check the checkerboard cave before going into mire. Oh, yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
But somehow I can see him jumping right into it, since he also skipped left side swamp.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, he got the mirror out, so he definitely wants the mirror back to somewhere. I'm not quite sure to where. The only thing that he hasn't checked yet here is the checkerboard cave. But we'll see.
And I have awoken all the Germans in the chat.
Yeah, it certainly looks like it. Okay, so eLmaGus is jumping into mire while Gem is grabbing his bow. He also knows where the silvers are and he can get them now, but it's obviously a little out of the way, so they will have to wait for a little bit. Oh yeah, and eLmaGus is doing the caneless mire while Gem has already done swamp, so he does have the cane. eLmaGus obviously has the pod crystal, which Gem doesn't yet, but nothing is stopping Gem from going in the pod after this and catching back up, so these two are still really very close. In the bottom race, we see Dragon Master making his way through Ice Palace. He doesn't skip the left side, so we'll see what the item was that that Gem left behind.
It's Swamp Palace.
Oh yeah, it's Swamp Palace. That's what I meant.
Okay.
Well, let's see what's there. I hope the boots. Please, boots. A burrito. It starts with B. It's already good.
Oh no! Oh no!
Can be really painful for Gem. Oh
no! That is terrible. Oh man. When will Gem ever go back here?
That's a good question.
That is really, really bad for Gem. He can... Let's see here. He's finished up... He's got everything out of Desert, right? Well, no, he hasn't because he doesn't have the boots, but he can't get anywhere else in Desert. He got most out of Eastern. I guess with the bow now he could finish Eastern if there's still an item left. I'm not sure if there is.
I have a really bad feeling that Jam is going to Turtle Rock without the ice rod.
Yeah, that is a gamble that could happen for sure. I definitely see him checking Turtle Rock before going back into Swamp. Oh man, I hate seeing this. I feel like whenever I commentate a race and someone leaves a chest behind somewhere just to gamble on it, it always has something super important.
Is eLmaGus now heading to Swamp? No. Where's he going?
Is he going back into Ice Palace? Has he left anything in there?
Oh, Hobo. For eLmaGus' sake, let's hope he completely, full completes Swamp.
Okay, Jam has finished up his mire. Did Kevin just leave Swamp because it was a pendant, I guess? I guess he wanted to do the Crystal Ice Palace before doing the pendant dungeon, which I can understand, but if you're already there...
eLmaGus now going into Swamp. Let's hope that eLmaGus also checks the Bombus tablet after Swamp.
Yeah, or else you'll have to do a Silverless Cannon, which I guess, you know, not really a problem for any of our runners here, but not something you want to do if they're so readily available.
It shouldn't be a problem for eLmaGus at all, since he speeds one, no major glitches, and has a really good time in it.
Yeah, then, especially then, it shouldn't be a problem for him.
Right. eLmaGus find Craig here.
Oh yeah, he has to check that sewer chest at some point. It'll also be interesting to see if eLmaGus decides to full clear this or not, because again, Gem left behind an ice rod that is definitely going to be needed this game. Gem is also back into Mire, so he's still missing an item. He decided to kill Coldster first before checking everything here. So what we currently have is Gem being an Ice Rod away from Go mode, eLmaGus being an Ice Rod and Cane of Samaria, which are both here in Swamp Palace away from Go mode. Dragonmaster just needs to find his bow before he can go. And Kevin Cabarello needs to go back to Swamp instead of finishing up Ice, but I guess it's a crystal, so... Okay, so far eLmaGus is deciding to go to the back first. Doesn't mean anything yet. He will probably go back in to check the left side. But, I mean, if he does feel behind, he might also skip it, just like Gem did.
Let's hope not.
Let's hope not. Alright, now Gem on his way to full clear pod, which we already know has absolutely nothing at all except for a crystal at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, and Dragonmaster is gonna pick up his bow here, so he will be the first one in go mode.
Oh, right. Well, we don't know, since the big key can be on the lamp in Ganon's tower.
Oh yeah, well, I suppose we're in kind of go mode until the big key is on the porch.
How is this go mode called again? Schrödinger's go mode?
Yeah, something like that.
And it's Schrödinger, not Schrödinger.
Yeah, that's very important. Alright, and on eLmaGus' side we see that a tempered sword Argus is definitely a little more pleasing than a fighter sword Argus. Oh, very nice. Grabs his green pendant. Now, if he does go back in and checks the left side and grabs his ice rod, he is also in go mode. If he doesn't, well, actually, no, he is not in go mode. I keep forgetting about that quake. Alright, at least he's going back in.
Yep. Drake is in a dark room in Escape.
Well, this could turn out really, really bad for Gem. I think the chances of eLmaGus checking that dark sewer chest and grabbing Quake are a lot higher than the chances of Gem ever going back into Swamp Palace anytime soon. Oh, we are seeing a bomb jump from Gem, though. The hammer jump you wanted earlier.
Hmm.
Okay, and the very last chest that eLmaGus can possibly pick up in here is gonna have the ice rod. So that is... Oh, go ahead.
I bet he is happy that he checked it.
Yeah, I'm very sure he's happy about that.
And he also gets his silver arrows. Very nice.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, he goes over here. Did he check this before? No, he just...
No.
He's just going here on a whim. That's very nice. I mean, it's right next to the Swamp Palace entrance. He's going to be super happy that he took the time to check this, despite being in almost go mode.
Where will he head now? Probably back to Maya? Oh wait, he had... Oh, yes. Huh. Oh, I see. Lunchbox.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Well, Gem, not too far away from Helmasaur King, is going to be grabbing that last item in there, which is just 50 rupees, I think. Some amount of rupees. And then the question is, what does he do? If he does decide to do the Turtle Rock play, it might seal his fate.
Maybe, yes.
I guess it could be saved. No, well, even then. Since it's a Crystal Turtle Rock, eLmaGus is definitely gonna go to Turtle Rock at some point. I was gonna say maybe it could be saved if he finds the boots in Turtle Rock, and the boots are required to get the big key for Ganon's Tower. But even then, eLmaGus will probably also have the boots since he's going through Turtle Rock anyways.
I hope for validation boots.
Hey, you were saying you wanted early boots, and now you want them to be in validation chest?
Yes. So that you can
Okay.
have boots for the last 5 minutes. Because why not?
Yeah, sure, makes sense. Alright, Gem grabbing his last crystal that he currently has access to.
Yeah, we know that Quake is in the sewers and eLmaGus still needs to go there.
Yeah, the question is, does he know it? I'm sure he knows. He hasn't checked the back of the sewers yet. The problem is, when does he really want to go there? It's probably not a high priority for him right now.
Has eLmaGus checked? Yes, he has. He's probably going there soonish.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be a long time anymore.
Probably right now. Hey! That's
Yeah, as I was saying earlier, the chances of eLmaGus going to the Dark Sewers are a lot higher than the chances of Gem deciding, oh, I better go back and check that last item in Swamp that I left behind on purpose.
Damn. He's going first.
Yeah, I guess I can understand that. At least he has the mirror, so it'll be a quick way back.
Huh? Is Gem going back to Swamp?
Gem, what are you doing? Are you going back to Swamp? Or is he just grabbing his silvers?
That's a good question.
Since he checked there earlier, he might just be grabbing his silvers.
Seems like Silver's right now.
Yeah, he's definitely grabbing the silvers. Let's hope he decides, okay, maybe I should check back. Oh, yeah.
Alright, right, not left, right! Ah, damn.
I can understand his thinking. He's only on Master Sword. He thinks he might not be picking up another sword, maybe. You definitely want to have at least the silver arrows for the Ganon fight. He could still be going back, but it looks like he's floating away.
No. He's going to Turtle Rock now.
Oh no. Oh, poor Gem, losing on the gamble. Alright, Dragonmaster is on his Helmosaur. King Fight is going to be picking up his second to last crystal, and I'm probably going to go straight up to Turtle Rock.
Seems like it.
While Kevin Cabarello really needs to go back into Swamp to get his Ice Rod and his Cane of Samaria, more importantly. eLmaGus has picked up his Quake, so he is now officially in go mode.
Going to finish up Mr. Maya.
Yep, and then save Turtle Rock for his last crystal, because the way over to Ganon's Tower is pretty quick from there. Oh man, Jam is gonna be so disappointed. Hopefully he realizes right after this that he needs to go back to Swamp. Okay, really not much of a challenge for eLmaGus here to get back to Vitreous. He also has the Silvers now, so it's going to be a super quick fight. And Kevin Cabarello is checking every last spot that he can think of before diving into that swamp dungeon. He's probably gonna bring back the purple chests and then maybe, since he's right there, dive into swamp. Which would definitely be a good choice for him. You know, a Dragon Master down here, making his way through Turtle Rock. He has everything he needs to finish it too, so we'll see if he decides to skip Laser Bridge or anything, if he can. Alright, here's the eLmaGus Vitreous fight. Don't blink, or it's gonna be over.
Oh, I missed it. I blinked.
Har, har, har. Alright, grabs the second to last crystal, gonna make his way up to Turtle Rock now, following right in the footsteps of Dragon Master, who's putting on a real good time here. Kevin Cabarello gonna pick up his silvers. He's probably gonna be happy about that. Still needs to finally make that dive in the swamp though. Hopefully he takes his mirror warp back, and it looks like that's what he's gonna do.
Good decision.
Oh, Gem even checking the Mimic Cave. Plus 10 arrows. So far, with the exception of the Cane of Burna, I don't think the gem has found anything at all in Turtle Rock so far.
No.
And really, I don't think anything else can be in here. I guess they could still find the shovel or ether.
Or mushroom.
Oh yeah, the mushroom. Any of the fetch quest items will probably be the worst for a gem. And there's a pretty decent chance he's gonna pick one of them up at least in here.
Boots can be in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, they definitely can be. As Chad is saying, they can be pretty much anywhere. Except for bonk rocks or places that require you to have boots, obviously.
Hmm.
Alright, and Kevin has made the dip into Swamp Palace, is gonna hopefully full clear it and grab his Ice Rod and his Cane of Samaria. Meanwhile, eLmaGus making his way through a Go mode Turtle Rock, which is not all that different from a normal Turtle Rock. Gem is coming up on the last 4 chests in here that he can check. He will be sorely disappointed with what he finds, whatever it might be.
Well, what are those?
Those are boots, and, well, he might be happy about those, I guess, but not as happy as he would be about an Ice Rod. Alright, now, where is he heading now? Is he gonna check some more overworld spots? Is he gonna remember Swamp? Okay, Block Rocks.
Will eLmaGus pick up the boots?
Well, I think you'll need to go down there for a key, but I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, we will see.
Oh man, I feel really bad for Gem. At this rate, I think the chest that he left behind in Swamp Palace will be the last thing he checks. He might even opt to do maybe Desert Palace for the green pendant or something first. Oh, wait, maybe not. Okay, he's going back to Meyer. Oh, he's actually going to Desert Palace. Meanwhile, Dragonmaster is almost done with his Trinix fight already. Not quite the serial cycle that you will want, but it's a little bit harder with the Tempered Sword. Okay, Dragonmaster gets Trinix down, is going to be picking up his last crystal and making his way over to Ganon's tower, and you guys know what that means.
12.
12, okay, so there's our first guess. Tara is guessing 12. I always guess number 8. Feel free to put your guesses by either number or location name in chat, and we'll make sure to somewhat count the chests that they're opening. Meanwhile, Gem is making his way back to Lan Molas. He wants that green pendant and then probably check what Sahasrahla has for him. After that, unless he gets a shovel or a mushroom, there's not too many spots left.
Dragonmaster didn't pick up the boots.
Nope, he skipped those boots. He got the key earlier than the boots were apparently and decided to turn around immediately. Kevin Cabarello, on the other hand, has picked up his ice rod, so he has cleared the left side. He's going to be picking up his Cane of Samaria in just a second.
Well, and everyone who picked number 2 is the winner.
Well, okay, that was quick. There is a small key here on the torch that you would like to have, but there's another one right here under the skull, so no big deal. And we have Dragonmaster making his way up to the gauntlet. Well, Kevin Cabarello gets his go mode. And eLmaGus.
Has the boots.
Yep, he picked up the boots.
Wait.
Oh, and
The Ashlar gave the mushroom?
apparently, and well, more fetch quests for Gem before he finally maybe thinks of Swamp.
Desert gave mushroom.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a single validation arrow. What a troll. Okay, Gem, do it. Please don't finish up Eastern. Oh no, he's doing it.
Checking the Ashlar. Please give the shovel.
Are we gonna see a bomb? Nope, no time for bombs. Okay, at least he's not going into EP, so I think his next choice should be Desert. Apparently not. I meant to say Swamp anyways, but he seems to be going this way. Is he checking the pedestal? Has he not checked the pedestal yet?
Seems like it. Well, he has 2 pendants, so he's checking it.
Oh, that's not where your ice rod is. So at this point, I think Gem knows where it is. Meanwhile, eLmaGus finishing up his Turtle Rock and his last crystal. Dragonmaster having a little bit of trouble with the Land Mode 2 fight, but gets him down eventually.
It's Gem versus eLmaGus and Dragonmaster versus Kevin Cabarello.
Yes, and please don't panic about eLmaGus' stream. He told us beforehand that his internet resets once a day, and 3:49 or 48 p.m. would be the time. He is making a local recording, so if anything should come up, he can definitely prove that he won, no problem at all. He should also be back in like a minute, maybe.
Yeah, daily disconnects can be annoying.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, we're getting a vitreous fight on Kevin Cabarello's side while Gem is making his way up to Quakefish. He'll be picking up Tempered, which, you know, good thing to have. You're happy to not do a Master Sword Ganon. But at this point, he's looking for the Ice Rod more than anything else. Alright, eLmaGus is back. And apparently we found the red mail in the validation chest. Okay. Oh, and Jem has finally realized where he left the last item and that his gamble did not pay off, unfortunately. I'm sure he feels very, very behind right now. Alright, Dragonmaster kills Aghanim 2 as the first one of our 4 racers. Just needs to drop down the Ganon hole. Alright, Dragonmaster enters Ganon in 1 hour 46 minutes and 49 seconds. Gets a little bit of slug lore. And getting out his cape. I hear you're a big fan of the cape, Ter.
No.
Okay.
I am. I mean,
Cape.
it's a very useful item.
Yeah, cape is good. I agree. And Jem is having to do the walk of shame through all of Swamp again, having to flood all these areas, grabbing a key here, not flooded before you grab the key. It's no fun.
Hey, at least he has boots. That speeds up the process a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as bad as it could be. Alright, that's the first silver arrow. Barely misses the torch glitch. But with half magic and silver arrows shouldn't really be much of a problem. Almost gets a triple. That's 1 more arrow needed for Dragonmaster. Oh boy. Alright, and there he goes. GG and congrats to him.
Dragonmaster finished with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 48 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yep, finishing as the first person of out of all 4 of them. eLmaGus right on his tail. Right now in the Aga 2 fight, trying to get some of those hits in. Oh, and there's Jem preemptively throwing some bombs at the chest with the ice rod. He is now also in go mode. Alright, eLmaGus just about to drop into the Ganon fight, while Kevin Cabarello down here gonna put his powder to good use. He was down to 1.5 hearts. In Turtle Rock, you don't wanna die in there. And it looks like Dragonmaster is here and ready for an interview, so let me drag him in real quick. Hello, Dragonmaster. GG and congrats on your win.
Thank you. Finally, I get on the board.
Yeah, very nice. Very well done. You were also the first one out of all 4 people to finish. So you were super good this run.
Oh, thank you. Where were the boots? I need to know.
You left them on the laser bridge. 1 more chest, my man. 1 more chest.
I was so nervous going into GTA. It's like, is this going to be one of those seeds where I'm going to be screwed?
Yeah, thankfully the big key was super nice to you today.
Yeah, I was seeing all these early big keys. It's like, well, these dungeons don't want me to check these for the boots, so okay, let's do it. And then seeing that early big key in GT, and then still seeing a key on the torch. It's like, oh, small key only.
Yeah, gotta feel good.
Feel good, Steve.
But yeah, you did very well, as I was saying, and I don't really remember anything specific that your opponent did that was like super wrong or costly from a time perspective. He just routed a little differently, and he's not too far behind. He's just finishing up Turtle Rock right now as his last crystal dungeon.
Yeah, I see it now.
Yeah, and
I saw Eastern actually had a couple. Had the flute. I was like, okay, this is good. And then seeing the ice rod on left side of Swamp was also good. It's like, okay, this is another item that people might not check.
Yeah, that ice rod really cost Gem. I almost want to say it cost him the race on the other side of this four-way that's going on between Gem and eLmaGus.
Oh. Yeah, that ice rod being in that spot is... I know a lot of people like to cut off the left side of Swamp if possible, and there was only one item over there, with the other one being, I think, the compass or the map.
Yeah, it was the map, and you already got the Cane of Samaria and then half magic from Argus, so who really thinks there's a third important item in there, right?
Yeah. And I didn't forget the back of Kakariko Village, the bomb in there this time. Even though it was only about $20, but...
I remember you saying that earlier in IRC.
Yeah. That last race of forgetting the hook shot there was... just bad.
Yeah, stuff like that is never fun. It's always that one thing that you'll leave behind somewhere, either willingly or just by tournament nerves or whatever.
Overall, I think I felt like I routed pretty well. There's could have been a couple things I could have done slightly different. It was a little more overworld than I wanted to, but when I got the out of Swamp, I almost considered, okay, I can go into Mire now, and let's do that. And then it's like, wait a minute, I could do the big bomb. I haven't done the ledge above the grove yet. Let's just go and knock those two out now as well, just to get them out of the way.
Yeah, I mean, in hindsight, you probably could have gone straight to Mire, but obviously there's no way for you to know that beforehand.
And then I saw the bow there, I was like, oh, this is going to be one of these seeds that I'm going to grant if I don't find the boots.
Oh, and Kevin Cabarello thankfully has a ferry here. Having a little trouble with the laser bridge. Meanwhile, Gem finishing up his Turtle Rock. He's going to make his way over to Ganon's Tower now. He already said on IRC that he's not too happy about what happened, but we'll probably get him in for an interview here. Alright, let me quickly get eLmaGus in here, the winner of the other race. Hello, eLmaGus. GG and congrats on your win.
Hey, thanks, GG.
GG eLmaGus.
How are you feeling after this siege?
I honestly felt I was so far behind. Like, I don't know, like, I mean, the sea was kind of convoluted in a couple places, but still, I pretty much found a lot of things last location, most notably, the Cape for the Myths. That was...
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Myths hanging up on that ledge.
Yeah, that was a little painful, but you did manage. I do have to tell you that you were behind for quite a little bit, but the thing is, Gem decided to skip left side Swamp completely. He just gambled on it. And the Ice Rod was like the last thing he got after checking pretty much everything else, save for finishing up Armos Knights, because I don't think there was even an item left in Eastern.
Yeah, there was no items left after Eastern. All three were early. Didn't even have to go into the back side of it.
Yeah, so that super held up Gem forever. GG and congrats on your win.
Yeah. I mean,
Thanks.
I kind of got lucky in the sense that I didn't have Quake until the very end, I guess. Because, like, if I had Quake... See, like, I only went back in because I didn't have Quake and the Ice Rod. So, like... I don't know if I do it if I have Quake. Honestly, I would just gamble TR at that point, but yeah.
I had Quake early, and I couldn't get. I saw it in Turtle Rock, but I didn't have the cane yet.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind
that
of...
was... Sorry, go ahead.
I kind of thought about the cane and ice, and then I didn't get it, but Bombos, and I already was the Mire at that point, so I was like, okay, that must mean Swamp, right? Yeah. And I found the cane and I was happy, but fortunately, since I did Mire, I knew that doesn't actually help me. So from there, I could take the seed, like, you know, backwards and then kind of deduce, okay, I gotta find something else, so I kept going in Swamp. That was pretty fortunate, I guess.
Yeah, that was another thing that really held Gem up. He did, of course, the gamble on Turtle Rock, because he really didn't want to go back into that Pendant Swamp for that one chest. And, yeah, I mean, he did get the boots, which is nice. I guess he got to use them a little longer than most of you guys.
Yeah, my feet hurt. No boots.
Can I ask for the next 2 minutes? Because, like, every time I race in this tournament, I don't have boots. There are just no boots in the seed. Like, can I get a seed that has boots, please?
What are boots? Walking
Yeah,
everywhere.
I'm all for that, man. I think more early boots need to happen somehow.
Boots in Link's house all the time. Make it happen.
I'd be down for that.
Did you go to Aghanim, eLmaGus, or did you were able to skip? Did you go to Zora first?
Zora. It kind of worked out well for me. Like, my start was really good, honestly. Like, I felt really good about it. I played at the start. Got the flute early, went in because, you know, kind of figured that after getting the Moon Pearl, okay, something might be an Eastern. Didn't expect the flute, but that was nice. Got the money for Zora, did the fake flippering and all that, got that, went to Dark Worlds, got Hype Cave items, then went up to Hera, got the mirror, which I wasn't completely happy about at that time because Swamp was a pendant, but I was like, hey, that's good progress, you know, Fat Fairy is accessible to Skullwoods. All that good stuff. Then I saw the mids, and from there it went downhill.
Yeah, I almost considered going up Aghanim. Like when I found the cape over in Agina's cave, I said, maybe go to Aghanim play because I have the cape. And it's like, well, I have Moon Pearl. Let's go fake flipper up to Zora and take care of everything up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, oh, hammer, score.
I mean... At the end of the day, that actually kind of worked against me, because like I said, I never checked Agina or Desert, because I didn't have a reason to. I had, like, the world open to me. And that was, like, literally the last thing I checked, that place. And then I see it on the ledge, and I'm like, no way, that cave has the book, dude. And boom, the book is in there.
Book's
Like, okay.
Agina's back to Sword Library.
But yeah, that's where I started feeling behind, and I'm sure I fell behind in the race as well. Because I lost a lot of time walking around, getting the Darkwood portal activated in the Village of Outcasts every single time. Man.
Yeah, that's quite annoying if you don't have the mids, having to walk around that all the time, every time you want to get to the Dark World. The thing was, Gem decided to check the desert area before doing all the eastern stuff, so since that kind of opened up the seed for him, like it did for you with fake flippering Zora and the hammer and everything, he got his flute like super late.
Okay, that's what I was hoping as well, because some people don't like to go into Eastern early when they have all these items, and I felt pretty good about finding the flute there. I was like, okay, this could be a good advantage for me. Unfortunately, that kind of negated itself a little bit later, but yeah.
Yeah, but basically what it came down to for you two guys was Gem was missing that Ice Rod because of skipping left side, and you were missing Quake for entering Turtle Rock because you did the Dark Sewers pretty late.
Yeah.
But,
like, the thing is, when I dropped in the back of Escape, I knew that 4 of the chests that are left, 2 of them are useless. One of them was the map, one of them was the key, which I didn't need anymore. So I was like, how high are the chances that something's in there?
Always.
Always high when you least
always
expect
something in there. The thing is, I could progress through the seed as well, so I was like, there's probably nothing in there. Why would there be? I had the mirror, the flute, and all that. You know, I'm like, okay. And yeah, turns out, well, it was Quake, which actually kind of fortunate, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, I felt bad for chucking that fairy on the ball and chain dude. Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
gonna use my fairy attack, eat fairy.
I mean, at least you chucked it before you realized, oh wait, I have a fairy, this death warp isn't gonna work.
I remember the fairy. I wasn't about to do a death and revive a fairy.
Yeah, that happens to me more than I like to admit.
What was your time, Dragon?
148.37.
Dang, GG, dude.
Thanks.
Yeah, he was the first one of all 4 runners to finish, just a little bit before you. Right now it's looking like Gem is on phase 3 of the Ganon fight, while Kevin is fighting Moldorn 2. So they're not too far apart either.
Yeah, I wouldn't know what I would have done if the key was up on top of the torch. I probably would have kept clearing through GT looking for it there. And then I probably would not have gone back to Turtle Rock for a long time.
Yeah, it must have been in like the last chest you checked, or like before the last chest you checked, or after it, I guess, rather.
Yeah.
Because it was they were definitely on the laser bridge, but I guess the key was before them.
Yeah, there was an extra key beforehand.
No, okay.
So didn't have to go onto the laser bridge for the key. And I considered actually going to check laser bridge as a just in case, because it's gonna take so long to get back here. I actually considered to check Mimic Cave as well. Like I headed down, it's like, no, let's just take the risk and let's go for it.
That's my idea exactly, though. Like, I was in front of Mimic Cave and I was like, should I check here for the boots now? What if, dude?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's like, I would hate to have to come back up to Turtle Rock again to look at the boots.
And since, I guess, I assume you also cleared most of the seed already at that point, and then what if the torch has the big key, yeah?
Yep. I mean, the early big key in Meyer was nice. The early big key in Pod was nice, except if you're looking for boots, it's not nice. I probably would have gone back to Pod first, and then probably down to Meyer.
Let me get Gem in here real quick. He is now also finished up, so let me drag him in here real quick. Hello, Gem, GG. Your official finish time, as you already know, was 2 hours, 2 minutes, and 12 seconds.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Well, pretty shit.
Yeah, I can imagine that. Feels bad, man.
Feels bad.
Yeah, that ice rod.
Mm-hmm.
GG, man.
GG, dude.
Did you also skip it, or what gave you trouble?
Me? Dude, don't even. I didn't get the cape until it was way too late. It's like, I pretty much did everything before I went to the desert area. I got the flute early, though. So, like, I played up until I had Dark World access, and then I saw the myths, like, very early, but I never had a chance to get them, so I always had to walk around for the Dark World portal, you know, keep checking locations over and over again until I flew down to desert and then saw it there, and of course the book is also in Agonist Cave, and that was the point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose this race, this is over.
I felt really good when I found that book super early, but
yeah.
I did as well.
Unfortunately,
like,
I missed something else.
Because I was like, now I can actually check everything. And then seeing, of course, desert gets locked by boots.
Which were in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, which I didn't find. Praying that the key wasn't on the torch.
Alright, so Kevin just finished up his seed with an official SRL time of 2 hours, 4 minutes, 57. Let me drag him in so you guys can all have a chat about that wonderful seed you just played. Hello, Kevin. GG to you.
GG, everybody. Thanks for waiting for me there. So I think I was a trifle bit behind. I don't know if you'd call it a race or not, but it happened.
GG, man.
Yeah, how are you feeling about that seed? Anything?
I mean, personally, the word idiot gets thrown around a couple of times, but I definitely just completely blanked on the desert ledge had the cape, and I totally could have gotten it, and I looked at it, and I went into desert and thought, oh, well, I'm boots locked, like, I guess I'll do other stuff, and then 5 minutes later, I'm like, I need the cape, and then the cape got to the mitts, which went to the bow, and then it's just like, I think I'm pretty far behind at this point. So.
Yeah, those mitts just hanging on that ledge. It's like, hey, what's up there?
Yeah, and that was another thing I did. Just when I was doing like Thieves and Skull, I never went over there to check the old bumper cave. And if I did, that probably would have changed up my game plan a little bit. But it's otherwise all in all, I thought it was a pretty fun seed. So I'm not even too mad. So somebody has to go. Somebody has to go 0-4 in this race. So it just happened to be me. So
if you define fun by walking everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure for everyone on the stream, we're putting people to sleep, just kind of walking everywhere. It's keeps the fingers kind of like in check. I don't have to like hold A and do all sorts of crazy little dashing things. So it was kind of boring for the right hand, which context, yes.
Unless you're like me thinking, oh, GT's going to have the big key on the torch, because I didn't actually go to Turtle Rock laser bridges and I didn't get the boots.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's because I ended up it's like I need a key, and it's just like, oh, what are those? All right, well, now I don't feel bad like the boots are hiding somewhere. Like, no, something important always seems to be in the Turtle Rock laser bridge in V26, so lo and behold, that's what it was this time.
Yeah, I considered to go check it and clean it out if, since I didn't have boots, and if Gannis Tower did have the key on the torch, at least I could say, okay, I know it's not in Turtle Rock, I can at least clear that off my list, because I go-moded Swamp, or go-moded Mire and go-moded Pod, and both had early big keys, so it's like, well, all the items are still in those two areas.
Yeah.
And then I had, 3 overworld spots I could still go check.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask, I felt like I went all over the overworld, which I know is what you're not supposed to do that in this version. You're supposed to just dip into all the dungeons, but I just kept going through everything in Dark World, Overworld, and I'm sitting here kind of looking. It's like I had did everything I could. Except never checked the pedestal. I think it's the only thing that I never did.
I checked it the first time I did that walk around to go into Dark World the first time. Just said, I don't have the mirror yet, so I'm just going to go check it just to ease my mind about the Eastern play.
Gotcha.
And I saw that it was a rupee horde, so I said, no, don't care about it.
Got enough rupees as it is.
And then I checked Bumper Cave after I left Skull Woods just to ease, because I had the cape already by that point. I actually went to... before I went up to Zora, I went to East Star Desert first, and I saw the cape there, and I'm thinking, okay, I got the cape, I can go do Aghanim now, and there's so much open to me if I do Aghanim.
Yeah.
Then I thought, oh, let's do Zora first. Let me fake flipper up there, let me check the waterfall cave, let me check that whole area out. Saw the hammer, it's like, oh, I wonder who's going to go clear Aghanim instead of going up here to Zora.
Right. Yeah, because, Zora actually paid off pretty well, so it's just an early glove, early hammer, and then finding Pearl, it's just like, all right, well, we can pretty much explore just about everything, 15 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the only things I still had left overworld was the purple chest and the ledge above the graveyard.
Okay. But
and
those...
Mimic Cave.
Okay, right. Well, GG to you, good sir. It's that's you got 2 more to go to get into a race. Try and get into the group. Exactly. So it's it's just one for you. So it's I'll definitely be rooting for you. So.
Yep. 2 more to go. We got a mountain to climb still.
Oh yeah.
All right, guys. I'm gonna give all of our runners here the chance to comment any final words that they have about the seed, about anything else, about any shout-outs they want to give. We are currently holding up the next race that is about to start on this very channel, so
final thoughts? Yeah. Let's see. I need a beer. and I like to put carrots in my soup. That's about all I got.
I'll double the I need a beer, and I'm gonna go get a pair of boots right now.
Oh yeah, it's like I gotta go for a run. That's what I need to do. Gotta go fast. But again, it's thanks to all you guys end up watching, and for you guys for commentating. So hopefully that was as much fun watching as it was commentating. So thank you guys for doing that. Just in your own time, spare time, doing that.
Yeah, thank you guys for running. It was definitely an entertaining watch for all 4 runners, so I'm not worried that our chat wasn't entertained enough.
Excellent. Well, yeah, we can skedaddle here. I'm sure there's many more races here to go to. So it's hopefully they all go well for everybody.
Yep, there's a ton coming up. So I'm gonna say again, thanks to all 4 runners for giving us a great, entertaining run here. Thanks to my co-commentator Chair, who might have something else to say.
No.
Nope. Okay. Thanks to both our trackers, the Dude and Dustin. And please stick around. Of course, also thanks to Fiesel for the restream as always. Please stick around. We have a wonderful match coming up between Swerve and Jighard right here. And on commentary will be, well, so far only Vitasia, who is already in here. Hey, Vitasia.
Hey guys, sounds like that last race was pretty hype. Just wanted to come in and say that was awesome commentary for both of you.
Oh, thank you a lot. And yeah, I think that's it from us here. Stick around. There's plenty more random to come. Check out the schedule for anything else you might want to check out. And yeah, that's going to be it from me. Have a good one, guys. Bye-bye.
Peace out.
And thank you, Herfy and Tear, everyone, for making this possible. My name's Vitasia. Bear with us while we get everything set up for Jighard versus Swerve. Another hype race. This is just so much rando going on right now. And it's just back to back to back to back to back. We had Penguin Puff v Patty and the doubleheader after that. It's just been so much fun today. We're going to have Jighard versus Swerve, race versus a couple of competitors with 1 and 2 records. So going over the schedule, though, just on Speed Gaming 2, going over our schedule, it's every 2 hours. Jighard versus Swerve, and then at 4 Eastern, Spoody Biscuit versus Nicolachi at 6 Eastern. At 8, we have another doubleheader with Kyong92 versus Rywick and Salty Fry versus Sonicam. And then at 10 o'clock, Zyrak versus Furane Ime? I'm butchering that name. So it's back to back to back to back. We're going to have rando going at you until midnight tonight. So turn it on, kick back, get a beer. We're going to do it.